I'm Jane Kingston from Connected Voice Advocacy. Advocacy is about giving a voice to people who don't have one for whatever reason, helping them to access services and to have their rights upheld. 7 years ago, Connected Voice started working with people through their personal injury claims. Now, I'm a qualified statutory advocate and have traditionally been used to limited roles with clearly defined tasks and timeframes. And that's great, but sometimes it can feel a bit restrictive. So when I started working with personal injury claimants in 2016, I absolutely loved the freedom and breadth that this bespoke contract affords. With this work, we are driven by the needs of the person that we are advocating for. And we still have identified goals which are set by the person. And for those who cannot set their own goals, we work with the multidisciplinary team to explore the goals around rehabilitation and plans for independence. And then we take action using best interest principles. So we're a key member of the MDT, but we do differ from the case managers and therapists. So the difference is that we're impartial in a way that case managers can't be, because case managers commission the services. So we can provide feedback and request changes to service providers in a way that maybe case managers, it might prove difficult for them. We also provide witness statements for the litigation process, and we can help the smooth running of that. And we make sure that everyone around the person adheres to the Mental Capacity Act to get the balance right between empowerment and protection. I've often seen professionals tend to err towards too closely towards protection rather than the empowerment. And for a person to truly grow after the accident, we need to encourage the team to take measured risks and to give the person some choice and control in their lives. And as advocates, that's where our focus is. By keeping in line with legislation, we avoid assumption making. And in this work, we're involved in a person's life after a traumatic, life-changing accident. So it's really important that we tread sensitively with family and loved ones. There can be different expectations around recovery between family members and rehabilitation teams. And as advocates, we want to focus on enabling the best life now for the person, whilst honouring who they were pre-accident, with identifying what they need now and who they are now. So we use advocacy skills to build a picture of the person. We find out what was important to them before they had the accident, what their values and beliefs were. And then we can work with the person and their team to advocate for the things that really matter and matter to them. And nothing in this work is too small. We can get involved in so many things. So examples of the kind of things that personal injury advocates have advocated for, to give you a flavour of that. So the really small things might be the team haven't thought of how the person needs to communicate if they're non-verbal, so it might just be advocating for them to have access to pen and paper. And then it might be something really, really big. It might be around changing their accommodation, making sure that the environment that they live in is suited to their needs. They might have preference over colours, the kind of furniture, the things in their home. We also can help them to access training, education, access volunteering opportunities, so really working towards independence, depending on what stage the person is in their rehab. Some other areas we get involved around safeguarding, so keeping the person safe within their environment, safe from the impact of others. So we often get involved in contact with others decisions around access to the internet, so things around safeguarding. And sometimes we do have to get involved where there are problems and concerns around care provision. For some, certainly for people I've worked with, we've had work around accessing interpreters so that the person, often after a brain injury, they may be better able to process things in their first language. So obviously having access to interpreters is important. And for some of our clients, we've helped them to actually self-advocate and come to the MDT meetings and speak out for themselves and set their goals themselves. And if you are interested in finding out more about how an advocate could support the person that you are working with, please get in touch.